Welcome back to the Sun and Moon Tarot. Today we will find what is good and what is hidden. Hope you're well and staying blessed, enjoying life wherever you are. This is a belated Pisces season read for my fire signs. If you do have Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, highly aspected, this read is likely for you. Hope you're well and blessed. Welcome, welcome. Hope you enjoyed the content. Sorry it's late. I've just had a million bajillion things going on in my life. We'll be doing 3 rows. First row will be your recent past, second row will be your current energy, the third row will be your future. We'll grab 2 clarifying cards at the end. The bottom of the deck holds the overall energy for your read, fire signs, and we're using the Rider-Waite Tarot deck. All right, let's get into your content. My reads are timeless, so I mean, this read should resonate for you. If it doesn't, check out your other reads. I check out reads that are called to me, you know. I hope you understand what I mean by that. You've got the 7 of Cups, the Lover's card, and the Ace of Cups. You've got the 10 of Pentacles, the Sun card, and the Star. How about that? Fire signs, looky. Lots of good cards for you. The Page of Swords, the Strength card, and the 7 of Wands. All right, fire signs. Excuse me. We've got your clarifying cards here. And at the bottom of the deck, you do have your Queen, the Queen of Fire, the Queen of Wands is here at the bottom of the deck. This is the overall energy for your fire read, my beautiful fire signs. The Queen of Wands does represent courage, determination, joy, and passion. She's going to be your overall energy, so she really shows up as you. You showing up as being courageous and determined and focused on joy. All right, fire signs. You got the 7 of Cups, the Lovers, and the Ace of Cups. So for your recent past, the 7 of Cups is going to be searching for purpose, choices, daydreaming. The Lovers is going to be another choice card, which I find interesting. It could represent a Gemini being of significance in your life. The Lovers card is choices, union, love, and relationships. The Ace of Cups is going to be that gift. Of course, aces always do represent gifts from the universe. The Ace of Cups represents new feeling, spirituality, and intuition. So in your recent past, you might have been motivated to, you might have been like daydreaming about choices with something to do with like how to move forward in a relationship. It's interesting. Like you might already be in a significant relationship with a Gemini, or this is just like you being focused on relationships, and this could be some of you having major choices in relationships, like, and trying to decide what would be the best union for you, and then becoming very focused on like being intuitive and focusing on your feelings because you want long-term success. And that's in the recent past. So for your current energy, my beautiful fire signs, you've got the 10 of Pentacles, the Sun, and the Star card. So the 10 of Pentacles is going to be legacy, inheritance, culmination. The Sun is one of my favorite cards. It does represent joy, success, celebration, and pleasure. It could be a Leo or, again, a Gemini in your life. The Star card does represent, and it could represent an Aquarius, but the Star does represent hope, faith, rejuvenation, rebuilding, and healing. So you being very focused on how to build. So like if you... Nope, that's too much of a personal read. I'm sorry. We're going to focus on general because this is a general read for my YouTube channel. Okay, so yeah, you might be getting wealth or focusing on how to handle wealth so that you can create joy and success, and where to nurture with that wealth between your relationships, your union, and like how to create proper business endeavors. And you just are like doubling down on this, how to be determined and successful, and just finding your path with culminating wealth. And also, like, not just physical wealth, but like joyous, passionate wealth that fire signs care about, but also like emotional wealth and logical wealth. Like, you really do, you're focusing on, I know the Emperor's not here, but it seems like you're very focused on that path of being a leader, which is very fire sign, very, very Gryffindor of you. So the Page of Swords is in your future. You have the Strength card and the Seven of Wands. Water is, you've got all the elements, but Strength card, again, is another Leo. So a Gemini or a Leo, or someone with both, is potentially very significant, or you could have Gemini and Leo in your chart. Okay, again, so we're in the future row. Okay, fire signs, the Page of Swords. The page energy does represent it's a big deal, but it's not as big deal as like a queen or king. So it's curiosity, restlessness, and mental energy, being very focused on having strength, courage, inner strength, conviction, compassion, because of some sort of like a passionate stand you're taking in your life, with that Seven of Wands being perseverance, mounting a defense, and maintaining control. You're focused on like producing joy no matter what happens, and you're trying to make sure that you have the strength to do so. Beautiful energy, fire signs. Okay, I wondered, that's kind of interesting. You have a 777 here. I know they're not consecutive. Sorry, 777. Your clarifying cards are the Seven of Swords and the Empress. Oh, whoops. Better? Okay. Okay, fire signs. So, yeah. You, this is, read is interesting because it's like, you're very focused on your relationships in the recent past. And it's like, once you have what you've decided, kind of like determined, and your current energy, then again, this is timeless and also wait. So how it plays out in your life, you will decide this. And if it doesn't resonate, check out your other signs. And don't, of course, apply anything that doesn't apply in your life. Anywho. But you have the 777, so there's like good luck here, and you being very determined to find that luck, right? So focused on relationships, determining, making good decisions, focused on how to benefit with these relationships, with wealth as well, and being very determined on that, and a way that like spirit is speaking, it will benefit you and create further joy and success in your future. In your future, there's some sort of a warning of an attack. Like, not an attack, but just like to be prepared that you will have highs and lows in life, and that you need to have strength and conviction and courage when these lows do happen. Now, your clarifying cards are interesting with that Seven of Swords and the Empress card, because the Seven of Swords is deception, trickery, tactics, and strategy, right? The Empress is the queen of all queens. She represents beauty, fertility, nurturing, luxury, creativity. So, I mean, ultimately, don't deceive someone if you think that they are going to give you, like, wealth. I don't really see this in this read. I see, like, with the Seven of Swords, like, it could be, like, a warning of you or the person in your life being deceptive. But it could more so be, like, your person or you perceiving your partner or you, vice versa, right? So if you are perceiving your partner as sneaky, or if you're not, then your partner might be perceiving you as sneaky, and it's simply because you're strategic. Sorry, that's there. But like, ultimately, I think what the message would be is that you're allowed to still be strategic with how you like nurture and how you create in this world, but you do not want to be so strategic and tactical that you're not providing for those that give you like nurture back, right? Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. And if you follow that path with the 777, the 777, you'll have like good, like regardless of the highs and the lows, you're gonna have good passion with this relationship, because they'll see you as tactical, but they'll know that you're not deceptive. Fair enough. And like, that's really what matters to most people, is like that they don't feel like they're being deceived. Even if you are strategic and tactical, at least you're not like a liar. That's a big deal in a lot of relationships. So just make sure you're being clear with your partner, because it would seem that that is required. Okay, fire signs, I think that that's your content. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next read. Have a good season.